Hi, my name is Jonathan Parker. I will be your teacher for this course. You all should be registered for American National Government. We're in section 1743, otherwise known as the Online Anytime Spring 2021 semester. I'm excited about teaching this class. I look forward to working with and getting to know a lot of you, hopefully all of you. It just depends on how much you participate and reach out. Um, so let's get started. Today, unfortunately, I didn't like it much when I was in school, is syllabus day. I have to talk to you about expectations and rules and orient you to your online learning environment. So let's take care of this and try to make this as painless as possible. I know this is nobody's favorite thing to do. All right, so we are going to go to your page, and I know we're in the class, but I want to show you. So you should see this section 1743. That's you guys. No announcements yet. This video will be the first announcement. Course content. So I have the syllabus up. The rest of this is pretty ready-made and only requires a few changes from last semester, so the rest of this will be populated very quickly. So online anytime, your syllabus. Let's look at it. Okay, so we've established that spring 2021, you're in Political Science 115. My name is Jonathan Parker. This is my email. Now, I would warn you, this has been a problem the last 3 semesters. I don't know why. Somebody will change the A in my name to an O, or do this, and then get mad at me when I don't respond to their emails. All right. If you don't know how to spell my name, you're not going to be able to get a hold of me because you have to email me, right? So this is how you spell my name, Jonathan. That is Jonathan. I don't really understand why that's become a problem, but it has. So I need to, again, stress that the correct spelling of my name is here and here. So, the first thing you need to do, if you haven't heard back from me in a day or so, if you send me an email, make sure you didn't send it to somebody else, JOHN or whoever it is. So these are my office hours, Monday and Wednesday from 11 to 12:30. Really, I'll answer emails 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, that is. But I'll be available by email, and we'll get back to you within 1 business day of your inquiry. So that means if you email me Monday at 8 a.m., you can expect to hear back from me by Tuesday at 8 a.m. at the latest. I try to live up to that this semester. Should be much better because I've run through being an online teacher. I wasn't until the pandemic hit. And I hope I've gotten better anyway. I guess you guys will tell me at the end when I get the student evaluations from you. So if you need help, please get in touch. I want to help you. The last online anytime class I had, they didn't reach out to me ever. So I don't know if you need help. I can't read your minds because the only way you're really going to know me is through this computer screen, these pre-recorded videos, and I'm going to know you through your written work and Flipgrid videos, which we'll get to in a minute. So if you need help, get in touch. I'll be available by Zoom. I'm just sitting here at my computer from 11 to 12:30 on Mondays and Wednesdays. So you send me an email, you say, hey, Parker, I want to meet to discuss X, Y, and Z. I'll say, okay, here's a Zoom link. And we'll meet. It's as easy as that. It's as easy as that. I'll get back to you like right away. So email me with a request to meet. I will reply with the Zoom meeting room link and we'll talk all you want. So that's 11 to 12:30 Monday and Wednesday. I'll do that at other times too. I won't just do that Monday and Wednesday, but we'll have to work out the scheduling because I work at a couple different schools. So you are online anytime. So this is a traditional online course that does not require on-campus attendance. Well, there will still be regular and scheduled due dates for assignments. Students are not. That should also say tests, quizzes, essays. This was pre-approved language from the administration. They wanted us to put this in. Students are not required to log in at scheduled times each week to participate in class sessions, though they may be required to log in at specific scheduled times for exams and other assignments like conferences. So I can't make you log in. I can't, do anything really. I would just say, and I'll maximize the screen here for effect. If you don't log in, you're going to get a bad grade. I mean, that's just the way it is. Last semester, and this goes for traditional classes when we used to meet in the classroom, what seems like forever ago. The more you show up, the better your grade's going to be. You don't log in, or you log in once a week, your grade's going to nosedive. That's just, I don't know about other teachers here at ICC. That's just the way it works for me. The more you show up, the more you participate, the better your grade is going to be at the end. I would recommend, at minimum, you log in twice a week, although I can't mandate that. But I would really say 3 or 4 times a week will get you where you need to be. So just know that. Okay, so let you read the course description. We're looking at American national government. That's what it says, pretty much. So I'm assuming you all have the approved reading placement score or equivalent, or you wouldn't be listening to the sound of my voice right now. This is a 3-hour class. There is the textbook, and let me show you the online textbook. It's available through the Blackboard page. I should mention, and it's right there for you to read. If you are like me and you prefer to have a hard copy in front of you, and there are still people out there, believe it or not, that do, there should be some books in stock in the bookstore. I know my teaching chair, I don't think stopped ordering enough for everybody, but there are some. And if that's you also, I can give you the ISBN for the book and you can order it off Amazon, I'm sure, for not a whole lot. We'll also have virtual handouts. So I'll put some of these things up on Blackboard. You'll read them. We'll do an assignment or quiz over them, or I've even included these on tests at some point. So let me show you how to get to your book. All right, so syllabus, we're here, we're in the class. We go to course information. You click on Open Pearson. Okay, this is the textbook. You'll have access to it until June 1st, even though, we're not going to be meeting that long. So it'll just open up, loading. I think yours looks a little different than mine. I've never looked at a student one. So go to the table of contents and you read what you got to read. Now, what I want to say, we are only going to use the book for reading. You will never, ever, ever, ever turn in anything through this site. Nothing like that. You're only going to read the book. There will be no assignments submitted through this. Uh, I've tried that in the past. The assignments they go somewhere. They show it being turned in, but neither I or tech support or anybody else on earth seems to be able to figure it out. So we just read the book. Don't turn anything in. So that's your book. Again, course information, open Pearson. Now, if you want to have a physical copy, I should mention you've paid for this book through your course fees for this class. If you want, you just click on digital materials, opt out, and you accept and continue, and then you should just be refunded through the school, I believe. I've never had a student do that. But don't opt out. Again, do not opt out unless you have a physical copy of the textbook. All right, because we will use this for assignments. This isn't going to be a heavily book-based class. It's not, but we do use the book enough to warrant having the book. So, don't think you can get by without the book. You can't. All right. So we've covered that. So course policies. Unless we use Flipgrid for an assignment, everything you turn in must be a Microsoft Word document that you attach to an email and send to me. You get Word through your Microsoft Office suite that you have through ICC. If you need help with that, you can reach out to me. I don't know how good I'm going to be at solving the problem, but I can certainly put you in touch with somebody who can hook you up with Microsoft Word. All right, let's discuss Flipgrid. All right, so this will be the primary way that you're turning in assignments and all that. And again, as I said, it's quick to grade. It's easy to use. It should be easy to use anyway. I haven't had any serious problems with it from a student perspective or from on my end either. So, I mean, it's a good service. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can just enter a join code. Our join code, very appropriately, is USA 2021. Okay, you're going to join with Microsoft. You're going to use your ICC account to get in. You guys have lab.icc.edu. On the off chance you do have an icc.edu email address, I programmed that in as well. But it'll only accept those two, ICC and lab.icc. So don't use your personal email addresses or anything like that. All right. And it'll take you to the group. So there are two topics as of right now. So an introduction. Again, I don't know what you all look like. All of your pictures aren't attached to your profile on my roster, so I'm in the dark in a lot of ways. So just tell me about yourself. I mean, you don't have to answer all these questions if you don't want to. I'm not requiring that, but you have up to 10 minutes just to tell me about who you are, what you expect out of the class. And it's easy. The camera is not going to work because I'm talking to you through another program, but you just click on record a response. Again, the camera is not going to work because I'm talking to you on another things, but you just do that, you hit record, there'll be a record button, you record your response, and you submit it. Please always type your full name, especially in the initial part of this semester. Again, don't assume I know who you are, or who I know, something, like 8D2A, 8FE. There's a lot of weird nicknames I've gotten. I don't know what that means. So I can't give you a grade if I don't know who you are, bottom line. Anyway, that is Flipgrid. All right. I expect proper academic citation, even verbally. If you're reading for an assignment, say something like, the author, Black, says on page 115 that there are 100 senators. You're giving credit where credit is due that way. I expect correct academic citation to be followed. If there is a bibliography to be required, there is no bibliography required for any of your Flipgrid assignments, unless I specify otherwise, and there wasn't last semester. So I've even taken the thinking out of it for you. So you go to easybib.com, you click on Create Citations, and it'll just walks you through it in some easy to follow steps. If there are any written assignments that you turn in, and there will be a few, just a few, you are expected to include inline citations when you use outside sources. So just the general guideline here. If you have any doubts about whether something needs to be cited, please just create a citation for it. The worst thing that's going to happen is I'm going to say you didn't need a citation for this. I'm not going to take a point off or anything like that. Don't take chances with your grade, because I am very strict when it comes to academic misconduct and plagiarism. But before we get to that, I should say that Wikipedia is not an academic resource. Wikipedia is not an academic resource. Anybody can get on there and change the Wikipedia to say anything they want. So, not a resource, not something you should use. I really don't care what your other professors allow, what your high school might have allowed. You will not use Wikipedia in this class. That's final. Don't cite it. I'm going to dock you if you do. All right. Well, how much will you dock me, Mr. Parker? Don't find out. All right, so your student handbook, page 1, lists multiple forms of academic misconduct. Just to sum it up, based on the severity of the offense, the instructor may recommend failure for an assignment or failure for the course. Multiple instances of academic misconduct could include sanctions up to dismissal from the college. I've only gotten up to here. I don't want to go farther. I didn't even want to do that much, but you need to turn in your own work. Okay, it's been an issue every semester, bar none, that I've taught here. First time I catch you plagiarizing, you're getting a 0. I don't care if the assignment's 5 points or 500. You're getting a 0, and you're not going to get the opportunity to redo it. The second time I catch you plagiarizing, I'm failing you for the course. That's it. I do not bend on this at all. So, late submissions. As a rule, just as a general rule, I don't accept late work. You need to learn to stick by deadlines. You're all going into the workforce or already in the workforce. Your boss, does he or she let you turn in stuff late? Most of the answers I've gotten over the 3 years I've been here have been no. So we're going to stick with that. I understand, though, sometimes circumstances present themselves that might prevent you from turning in something on time. I had students last semester come down with COVID. Others had to take care of family members who were quarantining or something like that. I get it. Stuff happens. Just make sure you talk to me. I'm big on communication. If I know you're taking care of a family member that's quarantining, or I know And I understand that you can't always hop on a computer right away. If I know you're sick, if I know you have the flu or some whatever it is, uh, knock on wood, that doesn't happen to any of us. I can help you. I will help you, and I want to help you. If you resurface in 2 months, and I've gotten emails like this, that say I was sick for 2 weeks, then my mother got sick, and I had to take her to the hospital and sit with her, and then my car crashed, and my brother died, and there's really nothing I can do at that point. I students again without fail turn up after missing for a month or more, and just talk to me, email me. I can help you if you do that. I am not really inclined to help you if you disappear for a month or two and then come back and give me, a country western song about everything that happened to you. I feel great sympathy, but there's not much I can do. I can't privately tutor all of you. All right. But so if something like that happens, make sure you talk to me. That's just the big thing. Again, big on communication. If you talk to me, I 10 times out of 10 will bend over backwards to help you. All right, we have a standard 10-point grading scale, 190, and so on and so forth. Methods of presentation. So methods of presentation, it's fairly lecture oriented. I will put up slides. I give you everything that I give my scheduled sections. I'll put up slides. I will put up videos of me explaining the slides. Some of you found that helpful in semesters past. Others just like looking at the slides. Others just like listening to this. So I try to give you multiple ways of learning and getting the material in. Just a word about the videos, though. Sometimes they'll be old, unless I need to make changes, like, when we get to the presidency, obviously, Mr. Trump will not be president by the time we study that, so that will need to be redone. But I don't see a great and pressing need to retape lectures that are exactly the same. So you'll see the evolution of the decoration of my office with the videos I post, but those will be how we conduct our business. So videos, slides, there'll be weekly announcements with what you have to do, all that. You shouldn't be in the dark at all. Nobody last semester was confused about what was due when. So the grade, this is what you all care about. 80% of your grade is as follows. So we have 2 tests, 125 points each, pre-test, post-test. The pre-test, I might hold till the second week because it's such a short time frame we're working in week 1. But that you'll just get 25 points just if you log in and take it. The post-test I count as a grade. You'll do a mini speech, book assignments, a lot of work. Also significantly pared down from last semester. So this is 80. Your final is 20% of your grade. So how that works is like this. So say you end up in May, good for you, with 100% in the class. So I'll multiply that by 0.8. You'll have an 80 going into the final. Now say you bomb the final. All right, you get a 50 on the final. It's only 20% of your grade. So 50 times 0.2 is 10, so 80 plus 10, you've still kept your A. And this is how I calculate the grade. This is pretty standard for all your classes, or it should be. I might have you do a small essay. It depends on what the college wants me to do this semester in terms of assessment. Um, I more than likely will give you a chance to redo it if we do have to do that. Um, News resources. These are I know some of these. I tried to find links to news sources that are centered, and I know with the divide that exists in the country right now, centered is I don't know, what does that mean? But these sources are pretty down the middle, uh, as far as I was concerned. NPR, again, that's pretty much just the facts. BBC.com. I found that foreign news services tend to actually cover our political events um, better than American sources, and these three I'll let you draw your own conclusions about. So the course is somewhat cumulative in nature. So I don't advise taking a test and then just forgetting about it. So like one thing that's going to come back and again and again and again is federalism. So when we study federalism, I'd keep your notes. I'll keep the video up, and I would remember that because you'll be getting questions about federalism from the time we study it until the end of the semester. It's just an important concept. That's what I mean by somewhat cumulative. So I've arranged the course so one topic builds on the other. You'll be hearing and dealing with everything we study throughout the semester, some things more than others. Again, notice it's not my responsibility to chase you down and make sure you're keeping up with your work. You're not in high school, you're college students. If you miss a class, email me, ask me what you missed, or if you know somebody in this class, talk to a classmate. If you choose not to do this, you're not, don't be surprised when you start seeing a lot of zeros. So attendance, I had an attendance grade, but since I can't make you log in anymore, I had to get rid of it. So you're expected to attend each class each week. So I'm going to look at completing homework and logging onto Blackboard. Blackboard does generate reports about when you've been on. So I do know. It's kept for reporting purposes. When the college asks me who has never attended this class and who has stopped attending later in the semester, and I'll look at there is no attendance sheet. I'll look at Blackboard to see when the last time you came to class was, and Blackboard to see what assignments you've turned in and I've graded. You can't skip or stop logging on to Blackboard and not turn in homework also and expect to stay in and succeed in this course. It just doesn't happen. Remember what I said at the beginning. There's a parallel. Students who log on regularly, their grades are high. The inverse is true if you just skip and skip and skip. So just log into class. Bottom line here, keep an open line of communication with me, and you're going to be just fine. You will learn something from this class, and you may even enjoy yourself. I'll tell you again, email me, reach out if you have questions. I want to help. I'm not just, this class isn't being taught by a computer. There is a real person who is offering guidance to you. Take advantage of me. That's what I'm here for. All right, so some of the topics we'll cover. Talk about politics, what's the nature of it, Magna Carta, federalism, democratic theory. I'll let you just go through this by yourself. You don't need me to read this to you. We have a spring break from March 15th to 19th now. So there will be no classes. The last day of class is May 10th. I try to get guest speakers in when I can. I am involved actively in Illinois state party politics. So I do have a network, a small network. I don't know the governor or anything, but I do try to get people in to speak. Last semester, I serve as the secretary of the Libertarian Party of Illinois. I had our Senate candidate. I pulled a string and I had our Senate candidate come in and address my classes. That's not through the school or anything. That's just something I do because I believe it's important for you guys to hear, as well as from an academic standpoint, how politics is and what it's like in the field. And I can offer you some of that, but you get sick of hearing my voice after a while. You're probably sick of hearing my voice right now. So the instructor reserves the right to add or subtract from any part of the syllabus as the semester progresses. He'll make every attempt to notify students of the changes through Blackboard or through email. I have never added anything to a syllabus. I've only taken away. So if you're worrying about me slamming you with work, don't. It's not going to happen. And I even give you these assignments, some of the planned ones anyway, so you don't have to worry about everything being sprung on you, and you can plan ahead and use your time wisely, hopefully. So we'll have a mini speech that you'll use Flipgrid to deliver, and your classmates will respond to what you say. So that's right here. You can read this on your own. The criteria, again, rubrics right there. That's how you're being graded. All right. Federalist papers. Everybody hates this every semester, and I am well aware that everybody hates doing this, but I'm just failing you. I am failing you if I don't put some of these in front of you, and I've significantly cut it down. So students in past semesters have had to read a lot more than this, but you are going to read these 52 through 56 and 10, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, and give me an analysis. There's a worksheet I have you fill out. I don't have it up on Blackboard right now, but I will. You just write down the information I'm seeking. You get on Flipgrid. You just read the sheets. You'll have 10 minutes in which to do it. So, no problem. It wasn't last semester anyway. I mean, the people grumbled about it, but you're going right into your majors after this. Most of you anyway. So, things get a little more challenging. These papers are going to help you in the future. Believe it or not, students have called me or emailed me. Some have called me and thanked me for putting these in front of them. So there you go. The book assignments. There are 3 book assignments, and we'll look at the book outside of these 2. So the instructions, you're going to post them on Flipgrid. Again, Flipgrid, what you need immediately, the introduction and book assignment 1, they're already loaded on Flipgrid. So January 31st, March 2nd, March 28th. So I've given you quite a few assignments, and you should be able to plan your time accordingly. However, being magnanimous as I am, I've given you an assignment calendar and due dates on the very last page of the syllabus. So you know now when everything is due. It's in order. And these will all be up. The Flipgrid assignments, they just take a minute to make and load. So those links will be posted on the announcements on the Blackboard page when they're ready. All right, so that is the end of that, aside from saying that there will be a syllabus quiz that you'll have to complete, and that's really it. I'm happy to be back, happy to be teaching. I hope you guys get something out of this semester, and I really look forward to exploring American government and its changing nature with you. Please, please, if you're confused or need help or need to reach out, please do that. I am available. All right.